Hey everyone, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another first impression. I'm super excited about this one. So today's first impression is going to be on the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous. This did come out a few years ago, but I'm finally getting around to filming it. And this foundation was a little bit of an adventure to find. It was hard to find, but I got it on the first try because I went to the place where I saw it was found. Like, they don't sell it at Ulta anymore. They don't sell it at Target. They don't sell it at Walgreens that I know of. But I looked it up online. They sell it at Walmart, so I headed to a Walmart yesterday and picked it up. And yes, this is the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. I have mine in the shade 110, which is creamy natural, and that's usually the shade I'm in when it comes to CoverGirl foundations. So yeah, I'm gonna be reviewing this for you today, kind of as a flashback foundation video, I guess. And just so you know, I'll probably upload this before an older one that I filmed, just so we're all up to date for a little bit, or for this month. I don't know how long I'm gonna do this, but I will be doing a first impression every single Friday. So every single Friday you will get a first impression from me, probably for the month of January, although I do know the first week won't be a foundation video because I do want to get other videos up. I love filming first impressions. They're really fun to film. And yeah, let's get into this foundation, more about it and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see my first impressions, reviews, stuff like that on this foundation, you're in the right place. Just keep on watching. Okay, so first off, I just want to talk about my skin for a second. I of course washed, moisturized, and primed. I washed my face with Cetaphil. I primed with the Cetaphil lotion, and then I moisturized with the e.l.f. hydrating primer. The e.l.f. primer has been the primer that I've been using for about a month now, so I feel like I have a good idea of how it wears on my skin and everything like that. Okay, so I'm pulling this information up from CoverGirl's website, so I'm just gonna quickly read this to you. The Ready Set Gorgeous foundation has about 4.6 stars, and the information of this foundation just says, get an instant gorgeous with Ready Set Gorgeous. This liquid foundation's oil-free formula provides medium coverage to even skin tone and cover imperfections. The result is a flawless natural look that lasts all day. The built-in power system fights against shine, pulling oil and sweat away from your face. Instead of trapping them under your foundation, pair them with an entire Insta Glam collection from the Glam Look from CoverGirl, and this foundation does come in 12 shades, which I feel like is pretty standard for the drugstore, and I don't think that's a terrible range. Of course, you want it to be like 20 or even more, so, but I feel like that's standard from the drugstore. And as I'm seeing, you can buy it from Walmart, CoverGirl's website, and also Amazon and Walgreens, but currently it's out of stock in Walgreens, so maybe it's going out of Walgreens. Okay, so on this side of my face, I'm going to use a brush, and on this side of my face, I'm going to use the sponge and everything like that, just to give it, like, you know, see how it applies with both. I always do that in all my first impressions. And by the way, if you haven't seen any of my first impressions, welcome to my channel. And by the way, if you haven't seen any of my first impressions before, I will link the playlist up above and also down below. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off with the brush side first, and this is what my skin's looking like right now. I am on Accutane. When you're seeing this, I'm like a month and a half into Accutane, almost to the 2-month mark, which is crazy. So this is my current skin, and a lot of people pre-film first impressions to post while they're on Accutane because they're not gonna be trying out certain foundations, but I don't do that because I keep it real. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour a little bit of the foundation, of course, onto my hand. Nice little squeeze tube. Gonna get you a nice look. Okay, so it looks where it's kind of liquidy, if you can see that. I'm just gonna pour about this much on. It's just a little bit, and I'm going to take it with my brush, and I'm just going to start stippling it onto my face. It's typically what I like to do when I do my foundation, is stipple it on first in the areas, and then I will go in and buff it in. So I'm just going to kind of stipple and blend it in. Seems to be blending very nicely. Nice, good coverage. And I'm even going up onto my eyelids. Oh yeah, it seems to be blending like so good. So like perfect. It does look a little dry like right here. Not too bad. That might have been there before, honestly. Like, I don't know. Just really trying to blend it. And I usually go into circular motions because that really keeps it blended. Okay, so that was about a layer. In person, it looks a little bit different. I don't know why this camera makes it look weird. Yeah, in person, it looks like pretty much almost fully covered. There's a little bit of a patch that isn't covered and stuff. Like, it looks pretty good, and that's like the comparison. We have a little bit of like scarring to cover a little bit of redness and everything, and then like a pimple up here. It's just faint pimple, I guess. And yeah, now let's go on to the sponge side. I'm just gonna put the foundation right directly on the sponge. I'm just going to take a little bit and I'm going to start blending it. Recently, I've been preferring all my foundations with sponges. I hardly ever like the foundation with a brush. It's just been my technique recently, I guess we could call it. So yeah, this seems to be blending very nicely. I think the sponge also adds some like moisture to it, which I always love. I always love good old moisturized feel to my face, especially on dry skin. I love that. And I am applying it onto my eyelids, not to like eliminate the step of concealer, but just because sometimes I like doing that. Just tapping it into my skin. I love this sponge, by the way. This is the Real Techniques Diamond Sponge. Some people said they don't like it, but I love this sponge. It is literally the best sponge out there. Not even an exaggeration, like it honestly is like one of the best sponges out there. It is so amazing. I love it. Okay, this is the sides compared. They both need a little more coverage. I really like the look of this side. It just has like a glow to it, which I like. I feel like the brush, well, this side kind of has that look to it, but I feel like this side just looks more natural, and I just like the kind of look of this side. I don't know if I want to like stipple it on and then blend out with some type of sponge, or if I would just want to go on with the sponge, but this looks beautiful, and even on the side of my forehead it looks great. So I'm going to try to build it up just a tiny bit, see where it goes, and I'm going to use my sponge. So yeah, I'm going to montage this part. Okay, so I just built it up like a layer, and honestly this is a medium to full coverage foundation. You can build it up to be full coverage if that's what you want in your foundation. I think it looks beautiful. I'm looking into my mirror right now and I'm loving how it's looking. It looks just nice and glowy. Not like super glowy, but it has that natural, like, I guess, glow to it. I don't know, I'm like feeling my skin. It's not feeling too bad. It's a little bit tacky, so I do set my foundations for that purpose, for them being tacky. I always set them, but it's looking nice and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna go finish off the rest of my face. I believe it's about 9 o'clock right now, and yeah, I'll be back when I have the rest of my face makeup on. Okay, so I just finished off my makeup and I'm gonna quickly speed round, tell you what I'm wearing on my face and just what I'm wearing for makeup today. So for concealer, I used my Tarte Shape Tape. I love this concealer. It's great. It was in my yearly favorites. Check out that video if you want to hear more. I set with my Fit Me powder, which is my new favorite powder. It's great for dry skin. That's kind of why I bought it. Then going a little bit out of order, I highlighted with my Laura Geller Gilded Honey highlight. I've been loving this recently. Love just putting this all over my face. I love the good glow up. For bronzer today, I used the Tarte Parquet Princess bronzer, which just looks like this. It's a nice warm bronzer, but I love using that bronzer. Blush, I used the Tarte Amazon Clay 12-Hour Blush Concept. This has been also a favorite recently for me. I just love how it looks in the skin. It's such a beautiful blush, which I love. For my eyes, I used a mix of the Carly Bible Original palette, which is going to be my Pan palette this year. And then I also used the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette, which has been my current obsession. That's what the look looks like today. That's what I went for. It's such a gorgeous palette. Love it. And then mascara, I just used my Benefit Roller Lash and then my Gimme Brown my brows. And that's all I used for makeup today and everything like that. So yeah, this is what the foundation looks like. It looks very nice, and I love how my highlight looks over everything. Everything just blended really well over this, and it just looks very nice over that. So I'm really like impressed with what it's doing so far. I'm really impressed with it so far. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. Actually, I forgot to show you my liquid lipstick, so I'm gonna do that right now. For liquid lipstick, after I put like a little bit of like the Agave Lip Mask from Bite Beauty, I put on this liquid lipstick, and this is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks of recently, and this is from Wet n Wild. This is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit liquid lipstick, and I have mine in the shade Rebel Rose. I love this color. It's matte, but it's not like too uncomfortable on my lips, which I love, and I can just wear it like all day and through filming, which I love. So yeah, I'm gonna go film a couple other videos, which you'll probably see before this one, but I'm gonna go film those, and I will see you in a little bit for my first check-in. Okay, so this is what the foundation looks like in better lighting. It looked way better over there in person, but like you couldn't see anything otherwise. So this is what it's looking like. It's been on for about 6 hours. Looks really good in the mirror, but like when you're looking at me under this lighting, it looks weird. But I'm really impressed with the foundation. My highlight's still showing and nothing has really faded. Maybe a little bit. I'm a little dry right here. That's the only issue. So I'm really dry. I'm gonna try to show you. And then, but yeah, a little bit dry skin, but my highlight's still there. My blush is still there. Everything is still looking good. But like on camera, it looks kind of weird, but like that just happens sometimes. And yeah, everything is looking good. Just a little faded, but that's all good. It's all fine. It'll be okay. Loving it so far. And I'm checking back with you at the end of the night. Probably a little montage. Hey everyone, it's the next day, and sorry I'm coming back to you many days later. I think I filmed this video 1 or 2 weeks ago. I'm sorry for getting back to you so late. Been super busy. If you follow me on any of my socials or on my vlogging channel, because I post a video about this there, I'll link it. I said how I was taking an online class, a very short one, so I was very busy with that, so that's why I haven't updated you on this. But yeah, I'm just gonna update you on this foundation and everything like that and tell you my opinions on it, and I guess I can technically give you a review since I've used it for 2 weeks. So I do really like this foundation. I do think it's more suitable for maybe dry skin. I'll show you what it looked like at the end of the night now. It really didn't really change much at the end of the night. Foundations pretty much stay on me. I think it was a little dry in certain places of my face, like my nose and then my forehead. I think it was dry there, but that's kind of to be expected since it was more of a like I don't know if it was demi matte. I don't even know if it was a matte foundation. I don't know. Like Covergirl didn't really specify, but I know it was supposed to like get rid of oil, make sure oil is not there. So it isn't the best and everything for that, but I did think it wore pretty well and it wasn't terrible at the end of the night. Like I've worn this foundation several times since then. I actually really like this foundation. I think it's a really good foundation. I would give it probably like 4 stars. The way I like to use it now that I've tried it out for a while, I like to take an oil, or I like to take a like mixer, like I like to take illuminating drops and put that in the foundation to make it more illuminating and moisturizing and everything like that. It's my favorite way to kind of wear it, and I really like this foundation. I feel like it wore a long time. It looked seamless on the skin. It blended beautifully and everything. It kind of guesses that it made me dry and everything, but I didn't really have many cons with it. I thought it was a very beautiful foundation. It's kind of hard to find this foundation. I feel like the only places you'll really find it is on Amazon and at Walmart. So if you want to find this foundation, those are the few places you can get it. I don't know if it's discontinued or what's up with that. I'll do my research and let you know, but yeah, that's like a no goner foundation for some odd reason. I'm so sad about that because I love that foundation. It's really good, and yeah, I really like it. Like I said, very few cons, which is great, and I'm excited to try out more foundations for you and everything like that. But yeah, I think it wore up pretty well with my dry skin, so I'm really excited about that and all that kind of fun stuff. I feel like this is gonna be my shortest update ever, maybe not. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any foundations you want to try next. I have a few samples I might feature in like full face first impressions or do their own videos on. We will see, and everything like that. Just let me know any videos you'd like to see next down below, and please subscribe if you haven't already because I post videos every single week and I would love for you to be subscribed to my channel. I usually upload every Friday, but in January, which I think this is going to go up this coming Friday, I'm uploading a foundation Friday video or first impression Friday video every single Friday. And then in February, I'm going to do every other week, I think is what I've planned. I have no idea, honestly. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.